I would just like to say I'm really proud of you, Cheryl, for washing your hair. I know how much of trauma that was.
It was traumatic. There.
I put it the other way.
I'll just leave it here.
Right, okay.
Hi, I'm Cheryl.
Hi, I'm Marianne.
And we are
Monster-in-Laws.
And welcome to the first episode of our podcast. So we'll just wing it and we'll just try and put it together. And if it's a big flop, we're just going to have to do it in my living room.
We do it, I know. Right. So Cheryl and I met about 9 years ago when I started dating her son. And the first time we actually met in person was at your wedding.
At my wedding, that's
which
right.
is a whole other story for a whole other day, I think.
For another episode.
Another episode, a whole episode itself. And eventually Dylan and I get married. Then eventually we separated. And Cheryl and I have been
best friends ever since.
No,
No, because they separated. We did get on when they were married as well.
So we were really lucky that we got on so well, but we know for everybody else that's not always the case, which is kind of what gave us the idea for doing this podcast.
Actually came about 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
We were in the Waverley and I had says we should do a podcast and we should call it Monster-in-Laws.
And here we are.
And here we are. So basically the theme of the podcast is for you to tell us your good stories, bad stories about your mother-in-laws, sister-in-laws, brother-in-laws, or even your own family. Because anytime we meet people and we tell them how we're related, they always want to tell us their story. So we thought, so what better way than to start a podcast, and even more of you can tell us your stories and you can get advice from people at home who are listening, watching, or following us.
Right, so we're getting into the first
Let's go.
Story that we've got. So this is actually the very first one that we received. It's not about an in-law, it's actually about a direct family member.
Right, okay.
So it's slightly different from what we've been talking about so far, but let's see what she had to say.
Okay.
So she says, "Hi, I saw your TikTok about starting the podcast. As soon as I watched it, I knew I had to share my story. So people always say to me, but she's your mum. And the truth is, she's never been a mum to me. She was only 19 when she had me, and I've never known what it feels like to have a loving mother. I don't think she's honestly ever told me that she actually loves me. I grew up craving a mum who wanted me and comforted me and made me feel safe, but I never had that. I'm now a mum to 3 beautiful grandchildren. They've never called her Gran or Granny. They call her, well, let's say Myra, to keep the things anonymous. So they actually call her by her first name, which tells you everything about the relationship that she's chosen to have with all of us. The moment that finally broke something in me was when I was just 2 months postpartum with my youngest baby. I was exhausted, emotional, still healing, and I needed my mum more than ever. And instead she rang me up and said, I need you to get me that Mounjaro. I'm too thin to get it, but because you're big, you can get it for me.
Wow.
So never asked, how are you? How's the baby? Do you need anything? Just, you're big, so can you do this for me?
Wow.
Where do you even start there?
The one
person
that you need.
Yep.
That you expect.
That you should be able to rely on no matter what.
What a
to
shame.
Build you up. And so I thought that felt a bit like it was meant to be for the first story.
I'd say so. No, that is a real shame. I think probably for me it would be a no contact.
Mm-hmm.
Because you need to protect your peace, and if she's got wee kiddos, our family's peace as well.
I know, that's
Does it say anything? Is she still in contact with her? Or?
So she goes on to say, people think cutting your own mum out of your life is something you do on a whim, but it's not. You grieve someone who's still alive, you grieve the relationship you never had, and you grieve the mum you deserved but you never got. Cutting Myra out of my life wasn't because I stopped loving her, it was because I finally chose to protect myself and my children from the pain. I think that says it all, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But I think just thought, cause since that was the first story that we got in, it was important to
read that out.
Yeah.
And just let people know that it isn't just them. that have toxic family members, and it is okay to cut people out your life.
Yep.
Because
definitely.
This blood's thicker than water, or you only get one mum, you only get one dad. Well, they only get one you.
Exactly.
Definitely. So if MD's got families like that, protect your peace and look after your own family.
Yep.
So we've got another story here, which is the title they have put is, "Would I be wrong for calling off my wedding after my fiancé stayed silent while his mother verbally attacked me and put her hands on me?" So let's have a read at this. "I've been with my fiancé for 5 years and we've been engaged for 1 year. His mother has disliked me since before we even started dating. Over the years, she has told him he's flushing his life away by being with me and that there's plenty of cake in the ocean." Random.
All right.
"She regularly ignored me, gossiped about me while I was in the next room, compared me to his brother's girlfriend, and treated me like I don't exist. I always remained respectful, bought her thoughtful gifts for birthdays, Mother's Day, and Christmas, and genuinely tried to have a good relationship with her, but nothing changed. Whenever I raised the issue, my fiancé would tell me she's just like that and make me feel like I was overreacting. Eventually, I stopped going to his parents' house because it was affecting my mental health. Despite that, our relationship was genuinely good whenever his family wasn't involved. Last year, we got engaged. The night he proposed, he insisted I immediately go to his parents' house, even although I didn't want to. His mother looked me in the eye and said that the engagement was such a shock, it almost gave her a heart attack."
Okay.
"When we started planning our wedding, my mum offered to pay. My fiancé and I agreed on a small ceremony with only our immediate families present for the vows. We also agreed we would discuss a slightly larger reception later. My mum found and paid the deposit for the venue, and we both viewed it together. And throughout the planning, my fiancé agreed with everything. Everything changed when he told his parents about the plans. His mother objected to every decision, and suddenly he started arguing with me about the plans he had already agreed to. 2 days ago, my mum, sister, and my fiancé and his parents met at a cafe to discuss the wedding. As soon as my mum explained our plans, his mother started shouting and pointing her finger in my face, repeatedly waving her hands inches from my face, said I couldn't have the wedding I wanted and accused me of stealing her son, mocking my venue, said I wasn't worth marrying, and even said he should just live with me unmarried. She refused to let anyone else speak, and the scene became so loud that people throughout the cafe started staring at us. His father joined in, saying the wedding with 10 people was a waste of time and he wasn't driving an hour and he wouldn't attend. The situation escalated further while his mother grabbed me while continuing to shout, despite my mum asking her to repeatedly calm down. Through all this, my fiancé sat silently. When I asked him to say something, he replied, I've got nothing to say. My mum, sister and I left. Outside, I had a panic attack. My fiancé didn't check on me that day and only text me that night to say I love you. When I asked why he didn't defend me, he said there was nothing he could do and that his parents were right about the wedding. The next day, I told him the trust between us was broken and the wedding was off. I also told him I never wanted to be in the same room as his mother again after the way she treated me. At first, he said if his parents weren't at the wedding, then there would be no wedding. Later in the same conversation, he changed his mind and says we could get married without them. I also told him that if we ever considered marriage again, I would need to see a real change, including him becoming independent and us attending counselling, and he agreed. For now, I've asked for space and I'm heartbroken. I just don't know if the relationship can be saved. Would I be wrong for calling off the wedding?
No.
Run.
Where I? Red flags everywhere.
Red flags everywhere. So, no.
So whose wedding is it? Is it the mum's or
I know.
the son's?
For me, that's just the start.
Yep.
if you go ahead with that wedding, then that's a battle you're never going to win
No.
for the rest of your married
Mhm.
life.
Mhm.
The fiancé is a red flag,
Yeah.
and he needs to stick up to his parents,
Mhm.
because if he's not going to defend her now,
I never will.
he'll never be
And then you bring
defended.
kids into the situation.
Well, that's even worse. And then you're even if you separate, you're then stuck for 18,
No,
21 years.
every single one of him and his family sound
No,
like
that would do.
she should run a mile.
I would run a mile.
Aye.
That-
The mum's a nightmare. The dad
Just
is
as bad.
Just as bad. But for me, the worst is the fiance,
Uh-huh.
because he's the one that should be sticking up for the plans that they've made, the wedding that they want to have.
A 10-person wedding is amazing.
And if somebody threatens not to come unless you do things their way, then they don't come.
No.
Simples.
And that's two less heads to pay for.
Exactly. Weddings are expensive.
They are expensive. Go to Vegas, get Elvis to do it,
Yeah.
in and out in 15 minutes.
Done.
Omnia.
And then if you want to pay $185 for
take that
drinks,
money and go to Omnia. So no, that's a shame.
That's
But
wild.
That's
But I agree, that's never going to change.
No.
So if you marry him, you're signing up for a lifetime of that.
Absolutely. Have you got anything else?
So we've got another one here that was sent in, where the woman has said, I have a toxic mother-in-law. Me and my partner are getting married. She doesn't like me at all, and she wants his ex to come to the wedding.
All right.
Which I've said is not happening. So I've told her she's not welcome to come to the wedding anymore.
Fair enough.
So the fiance's mum wants the fiance's ex.
Girlfriend, wife, do we know?
Ooh. Doesn't say.
Have they got kids or anything?
They have a child together.
Right.
So she wants to stay in her good books.
Right, okay.
And not have her stop her from seeing her grandchild, but she wants them to get back together.
Right, so see if you had a good relationship with your ex and you've got a kid that's going to be at the wedding, then I would maybe say, if it's a good relationship, then
if everybody's
if it's a good
friendly
co-parenting situation, then fair enough. But for the mother-in-law to say she wants the ex to come, because ultimately she's wanting them to get back together. So it's
I don't really think that's the place, though, to be trying to set them back up.
No, at the wedding.
Is it his wedding?
No. Definitely not.
Wouldn't be my first choice.
No.
Oh,
no, it wouldn't be mine either.
Wild.
But like I say, if they've got kids together, it's a good co-parenting relationship.
Aye.
Then
that's their choice to make as well. You know, the couple that are getting married, if that's something they should sit down and discuss.
And what about the fiance? Does he want her to come? Or
there's nothing actually about that. She's not said, so that's maybe something we could find out and come back.
Do we know when the wedding is?
No.
Okay, so can we message her back and find out?
We will need to.
Okay, for an update.
Oh, we'll get an update.
Right, so we'll get an update for you.
But as it stands, the future mother-in-law is uninvited.
Okay. Well,
so
was that her choice?
That was the bride's choice.
Right, okay, well.
Which I think is fair enough.
So she needs to come to the bride, apologise, and if she wants to be in the wedding.
Yeah.
But by the sounds of it, she's no the kind of person to come and apologise.
No, it doesn't sound like it, does it?
Right, okay. Well, okay, so I've got another one here. This title is, Who Else Hates Their Sister-in-Law?
Right. A lot of people, I think.
Okay, so it starts. I have two sister-in-laws. Both are my husband's sisters. I've caught them gossiping about me multiple times. The older one is worse than the younger one. The younger one just gets dragged into it because she doesn't have two brain cells that work. They leave me out of everything. They gossip. They just ooze hatred towards me. When we're in the same room together, I can feel bad energy. I've been married for 5 years. I've been having to deal with it since then, but now suddenly it's starting to really bring me down. My husband thinks nothing is wrong, even though I've expressed it multiple times. He just says they're jealous of you and us. Let it go. I know he's right, and I'd love to just completely cut them out, but because it's his family, I can't. We all live in the same city, and for the sake of his parents, I just have to smile and not say shit. Is there any way I can cut these two out of my life?
Snip, snip. That's a hard one as well, because again, the husband should be on the wife's side.
Mm-hmm. He should be getting his sisters in check. He shouldn't have to say, oh, just let it go.
Right.
But this comes from if you come into a family and that's just accepted behaviour.
Yep.
He just accepts that behaviour for his sisters and think that's just how they are.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's just disrespect.
No. But when you come in and you don't accept that kind of behaviour, then you're difficult.
You become the problem.
You're the problem.
Uh-huh. Yep, exactly.
And it doesn't say anything if his parents have noticed it or if as far as it goes is they are fine.
Right.
So it's really just the sisters being horrible.
But these things then they build up, and if it's getting you down, like I just think your partner should always try and if you're telling them that's how you feel, you know, they've got to try and understand that and try and
at least speak to the sisters.
Try and deal with it rather than just saying, oh.
Because he can speak to his sisters like that. He's probably had multiple fights with them, pulled lumps out their hair and everything else. So he should be able to just tell them to chuck it.
I know.
And just behave themselves.
I know. It's just schoolgirl crap.
I know.
As well.
I suppose it's hard if it is, like she says, she's just keeping the peace for the sake of the family. Then the only option to cut them out is don't attend anything that they're going to.
I know. I think cutting them out is an option further along the line. I think you need to try and nip it in the bud. Get him to have a word with them.
Because that's extreme. Because once you've done that, Christmases, anniversaries,
I know.
Mum's birthday, Dad's birthday, do you know, then everything has to be separate, and it doesn't make a good environment for anybody.
It's just a nightmare then.
And it's not. But sometimes you might just need to do that.
Well, that's it. I mean, if it comes to it, then it has to be done. Like we said earlier, you've got to protect your own peace. But I think my first thing would be getting him to speak to them and say, look, this has to stop.
Husband has to say, get a grip. So that would be my advice.
Yep.
That would be, don't cut them out straight away. Get husband to have a word and see how things go.
Take it for there.
And if not, don't be afraid to cut people out. You don't need to keep them.
No.
You definitely don't need to keep people in your life that treat you like that. Okay.
Right.
We'll probably get time for one more, I reckon.
Right, so the last one I've got here. Not looking for any advice or anything. This is just a story we get sent in. And to be honest, it made me giggle, which probably shouldn't have, but it did. So it says, my dad's mum was a horrific human being and just hated my mum. But even as kids, we could see what a cow she was to her. My dad died when I was 6, and my gran came down. So they lived in England and the gran lived in Scotland.
Okay.
My dad died when I was 6. My gran came down thinking she was going to move in with us. And my mum said no. So she stole my dad's ashes and went back to Scotland, and we've never seen her since. I mean, I think that's...
I don't even know I don't know who's toxic here. I don't know if it's...
I don't think that's toxic. I think that's breaking some laws. I
think so. I think so. I mean, once your husband dies, why would your mother come and live with you?
Especially when she didn't like you anyway. Maybe like she was thinking she would get the house, so I don't know.
I don't know.
But that's just...
I don't know who the bad guy is there. I think it might be the granny.
So they don't know where their dad's ashes are.
That's hilarious.
It's terrible to laugh, but
listen, if you don't laugh, you'll cry. If you don't laugh, you'll cry.
There you go. That made me giggle.
Oh well. So thanks to everyone for your stories. Unfortunately, we couldn't read them all out because we're only booked to studio for an hour.
We messed about too much.
And we were fanning about for 15 minutes before we started.
But if there's anything, any comments or any advice that you've got for any of the stories that we did discuss, or if you've got anything that you want us to talk about next time, then just get in touch. The emails are in the bio, or send us a message, or leave a comment on any of the videos. I would just like to say I'm really proud of you, Cheryl, for washing your hair. I know how much of trauma that was.
It was traumatic, and please don't expect it every episode because
you've set the bar high.
I have set the bar high, and I even put on a face. So thanks very much for listening, watching to our first episode, and we look forward to you joining us next time.
Thank you.
Thank you. That us. Good. Will we go to the Roseville?
My trousers are stuck to me with sweat. Keep that bit in.
The trousers.